Hi, this is Rick Graziani again, and I just want to show you another one of my Python programs. This one here helps us examine and learn a little bit about IPv4 and v6 addresses. So here's the code here. And like all my code, it is available on my GitHub repository. And you can get the link to that in the comments of or the description of the YouTube video. So let's go ahead and get started here. Scroll that up a little bit. Okay, going to run the program. All right, so the first thing it asked me is which version of IP do I want to use? Let's do 4 first, IP version 4. It asked me for the URL. Let's do cisco.com. All right, so if you notice the output here, it shows us our private IPv4 address right there, which is generally the case, not always, but generally that's what we're using. And then it gets translated to a public IPv4 address. It's showing my DNS server address, which I use Comcast, and you'll see that in a moment, IPv6 natively, but it's resolved www.cisco.com to this public IPv4 address. So after the TCP three-way handshake and the HTTPS stuff going on, excuse me, my client sent the GET request. And what it sent all this information to, by the way, the three-way handshake, get request, everything. Here's the IPv4 addressing. So from my client, this is the source IPv4 address. It's a private IPv4 address. It gets translated by my local router to that public IPv4 address. Here's the public IPv4 address that I'm getting for www.cisco.com, right? That was resolved by my DNS server. Okay, and it's telling me here, right here, that I'm using a private IPv4 address that's being translated to a public IPv4 address. And then coming back the other way, the source IPv4 address, that's of www.cisco.com, and the destination IPv4 address that it uses is it sends it to my public IPv4 address, and when it reaches the router, it gets translated to my private IPv4 address. And again, all that information is down here as well. All right, let's do this. Let's run this program again. This time, let's use IPv6. Okay, and I'm going to do a different URL, although I could do Cisco, but we'll do Netflix here. Okay. All right. Comcast is my provider, and they nicely provide IPv6 natively. And actually, most of the stuff that I connect to is natively connected over IPv6. All right, here's my IPv6 address. That's a global unicast address. Okay, there's the IPv6 address, my DNS server. It resolved www.netflix.com to this global unicast address. So after HTTPS and three-way handshake, all that kind of good stuff there, I send the GET request to Netflix.com, and this is what the addressing looks like between me and Netflix. Here is my IPv6 address. Notice there is no translation. See that right down here. This is a IPv6 global unicast address, okay, that I have on my device. And this is the global unicast address of Netflix. Okay, and coming back the other way, the global unicast IPv6 address of Netflix going directly, again, no translation, to my global unicast address, IPv6 address of my device, my laptop that I'm using right now. Again, no NAT needed. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to download the Python code, again, it's on my GitHub repository. Have a great day. Thank you.